I want to bring in ABC News contributor and former senior CIA field operative Darrell Blocker for more on this. Darrell, thanks for being on. You know, we saw that video of the exchange on the tarmac, and it looked almost like something out of a movie. How sensitive are these prisoner swaps, and what goes into ensuring that all goes according to plan?
They're always very delicate in nature because you don't want one side or the other to leak too early. There have been instances where people thought they were freed, loaded onto a plane. They get very, very happy, and then they turn them around just to mess with their mind. So it's never an easy thing, but families need to understand that we never, ever stop pushing. We, meaning the United States government, and we, meaning the CIA, being involved in trying to get them freed.
Now, the administration is facing some criticism here for swapping a convicted Russian arms dealer for an athlete accused of having some hashish oil in her luggage. So what's your take on that? And what do you think this does for future potential prisoner swaps?
I don't think it'll have an impact on future swaps. They're all very tailored and unique to the situation of what's transpiring at the time. Listen, it was either get Brittney or get no one. So I understand that trading the merchant of death for an innocent woman who did absolutely nothing wrong, quite frankly, seems on the surface as being unfair. But we have one person, one American, who's now free, and we're going to continue to push for our folks that are in Iran, that are in Rwanda, that are in Chinese prisons, and there are a number of folks that are also out there hoping that we're not going to leave them where they are.
So what do you think this exchange does, if anything, for those prospects of bringing home not only Paul Whelan, but all the others you just mentioned?
It's difficult. Some of the folks are going to be political prisoners. Many of them will probably be dual nationals, where the countries in which they're being held do not recognize their U.S. citizenship. So it's always one of those back and forths. Again, Putin felt like he needed a win, and this is, no question about it, a win only for Putin and the Griner family. But the Whelan family should not give up hope, and they need to understand that just because she was freed and he wasn't, the Russians didn't have him on the table. He was not an option. It was one or none. And I think the administration did the right thing by bringing the one home.
Darrell, do you think this could encourage other countries to try to detain Americans, to try to either get their own prisoner swap or some other result?
I don't. I think that's a specious argument. Viktor Bout, Putin has been trying to get him out since he was arrested by the Thai authorities in 2008, I believe, may have been 2007. So he couldn't get him out of Thailand. And then, of course, he was transferred to the United States. Nation states typically don't want to fight with the United States. Now, there might be terrorist groups or homegrown violent extremists that want to snatch someone to get their folks out. But that doesn't happen very much, mostly only on television and movies.
Now, President Biden yesterday, in an interesting moment, a unique one for sure, urged Americans to heed travel warnings, particularly about the danger of being detained abroad. This is something we sometimes hear from the State Department and see advisories online. But to hear that directly from the president was something. How real is that danger?
It's always real. I've been a consular officer in 4 of the assignments in which I served, visited Americans in jail in Senegal, Nigeria, Morocco, and it's tough to be in a local prison. And when the State Department, when a nation says, think twice before going into this area, Americans feel like they have impunity, can go anywhere, anytime. So sometimes it's I don't want to blame the victim, but if they don't heed the warnings of their own president, of their own officials, then at some point they have to take responsibility for where they ended up.
All right, Darrell Blocker, we appreciate it as always. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.